I'm Rhonda Sherman. I'm an extension specialist at NC State University, and this is Homegrown in the Garden. You're at my compost learning lab where I have a variety of compost bins. You can see there are about 14 different types of compost bins here. So composting is very important because you can put your yard waste and your food scraps into the compost bin and it will turn it into a valuable product to enhance your soil and plants. First, I'm going to show you a rotating bin. This is very popular. A lot of people like to buy a bin like this, but they're very expensive. A lot of times they'll cost between $200 and $400. And with all these people contacting me from all over the United States, most of the people have told me that they can't get the tumbler bin to work well. Here's another type of bin, and you can see that it has aeration, like all of these slats bring in air, and then there's a lot of air available for the microorganisms on top here, but it's a little too much. So the only thing I would say about a bin like this is I would want to cover the top of it because otherwise it's going to dry out too much. It's important for your compost, for the material in your compost bin to be 50% moisture level by weight. And what that is like a damp sponge. So now I'm going to show you the most popular bin in the United States. And it works really well. It has some really good features. You can see that there are air holes just in strategic places, but it's not all over, because the biggest problem with composting is that people don't let the pile stay moist enough. And so this will help hold in moisture. And you can see it has a locking lid, so moisture is not going to escape through the top of the lid. And it's a nice size for getting at the compost in there. And you take your digging fork and you can just turn your material. So what I put in here is I collect leaves during the fall, and I keep a pile of leaves next to my compost bin, and then I put a bunch of leaves in my bin, and then I bring out my food waste that I keep in the freezer, and then I just dump my food waste in there, and then I cover it up. So you cover it up with this material, and then it doesn't smell. It will break down very quickly within a few months. To remove the compost, there's a door right here. And so generally you would take a shovel or a digging fork and you would pull the material out of that door. So this site shows a variety of compost bins, but you don't have to have a bin. You could just have a pile where you pile up leaves in your backyard and then you can compost it there. With a bin, it helps to keep the materials tidy and it can keep pests from getting into the bin. So this is Rhonda Sherman for Homegrown in the Garden. Thank you and enjoy composting. Be sure to check out my website.